Hey everybody, it's Doom here, and we're back for part 2 of The Rock. So while we were gone, I let him cool, and what I did was I put some hot glue under his wings to kind of stick them up, make them a little stiffer. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to cut this styrofoam piece to be his head. And then I'm going to take that bottom of that skull's jaw, and I'm going to stick that through there. And then I'm going to glue it up. Just like this to strengthen that up. And then I'm going to shove my glue gun in this foam in the side to make where the eyes are. And make little divots there. Then I'm just going to come across here and make some swipes to represent the feathers. Now, for you guys, you can't really see this, but I have little clips. Let me show you. Like this, that I keep on my board. So if I need to hang something like that, I can just kind of clip it up there. So that's going to sit up there and dry. And we're going to come back and take a look at this situation. So I think what we're going to do is cover the body first. So to cover the body, we're just going to cut long, thin strips of foam. And when I say long, that's estimated because I'm just cutting them. And I'm going to snip the tips off so they're angled and start gluing these on. And what I'm doing is I'm starting at the back and working my way forward. And I'm just going to get a dab of glue, drag it down there, and I'm not going to make it all the way to the very end. Then I'm just going to kind of stick them where I want them. Like that. Okay. And I'm just going to go around. I'm not going to do the underside because I'm not as worried about that. We can spray paint that and kind of, but we want to do the sides and the top for sure. And you can leave gaps and kind of put them uneven and stuff, and that'll be okay, I'm pretty sure. Again, I've never done anything like this, Big Bird. And I really didn't want to do it. I mean, honestly, I didn't want to do this one. But I haven't skipped anything in the monster manual, and I can't start now. It's just like I'm still thinking about the Trask, and I'm just like dreading that day. I think the Trask is going to be a pretty big series of videos. I don't think it's going to be a one-shot like the rest of the stuff I do. Well, not one-shot, but you know, I do them all in one day. I have feelings that the Trask will be a multi-day adventure. Because I think it's probably going to take a lot longer to do. I didn't make any videos the past 2 days. I'm sorry. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. and when I get home in the evening, I'm tired and just beat up, and I'm sorry. I know that you guys are used to me putting content out every day. I don't mean to let you down if you're, waiting on it. But I mean, this is not my job. This is something I do for fun. So sometimes, real life gets in the way of crafting life. It doesn't mean you guys aren't important to me, and the little community we've started to build isn't important. It just means that it doesn't pay the bills, that's all. And I don't know if I'd want it to pay the bills, I didn't in the beginning for sure, and we've talked about it a lot, Obviously, I've gotten some communications from YouTube telling me, that, we're coming up on that point where I can start talking about monetizing and stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want this to become a job. this is something I enjoy and I love, and I do love my job too, really. So I can't really complain about that. But this is an extra thing I do. This is not my profession. This is a hobby, and I'm not a professional. And I think that's one of the things that makes me enjoy it, is that it's just something that I'm doing that, I'm not perfect at, and that it's fun. So yeah, we've had discussions in this house about it. I don't make all my decisions, obviously, without talking to Mrs. Doom, or Lady Doom. I married her so that I could have a partner, so wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if I made every decision without consulting her. Now, occasionally I do the dumb thing and do shit without talking to people. I did that with my first marriage, and that ended badly. So this time I'm trying to be a little more cool about it, a little smarter. Now, I won't say that's the whole reason my first marriage ended. I mean, a lot of it had to do with my, first wife cheating on me while I was fighting in a war. But even then, maybe it would not have got to that point if I'd have been a more communicative, I don't know how to say that, and other things, maybe even though she's the one that ultimately walked out and did what she did, it doesn't mean that she's 100% to blame. So this time around, I'm trying to fix the deficiencies that I may have been guilty of, or the things that I've thought about that I could have been responsible for, because I'd like to not have to get a divorce again. I'd like to not invest a bunch of my life into something to watch it be thrown away. And I'll tell you what, as I'm getting older, that's becoming more and more important to me. Not wasting time. So if the older boys are watching, I want to be a grandpa. So let's, do whatever we got to do here and get that going. Because I do want to be a grandpa. I don't care if it's adoption or, you have a baby or whatever has to happen. Before I get too old to enjoy it, I'd like to have some grandchildren to love. I love all 4 of my boys, and I couldn't imagine not having them. But I never had a girl, so let's all get working here and get me a granddaughter. Now, they don't watch my videos, I don't think. I wouldn't if I was them. They get to come here on D&D night, and we call it D&D night. We don't play D&D anymore. But they come here on D&D night, and they see what I'm making, so they come here and see all this stuff. I can't imagine they watch a video about it. Maybe they do. Wouldn't that be a pleasant surprise? I'm actually blessed. Both the older boys have been test subjects in the Tomorrow Comes Doom test play. They've been very good, and so is Mrs. Doom. And my friend Daryl. This campaign, we have less people. My good friend Sam, that lives in Ohio, and he watches the videos and comments on them. I haven't really spoken to him. I don't know if he's interested in playing. I know he works a lot in the evenings, so it's like when we switched to Friday night, I think it was just kind of like wasn't good for him. But I really enjoy playing with him. Like, you would just not believe how much fun I have playing with him. He is the one I was talking about. If you watch all my videos, I was talking about. I met him on Facebook, and he's given me a bunch of D&D stuff. It's him. He is old school, and he knows like the old editions and how things used to be, and he's just, man, he just knows everything. He's so cool. So nice having someone around that knows way more than you do about stuff. And he's not afraid to critique. Like, I have a feeling like if I went off the rails or I ruined something or I did something bad in a campaign, he would just be like, hey, dude, come on. And, we'd get it sorted out. He's just that kind of dude. I just love him to death. All right, so for our head here, This is dry. And what we have is a pin here, already there. So we're going to get glue. Okay. I want to get up under that head and kind of build this out that way a little bit. It's going to be trick or treat time soon. You're going to lose me. I don't think I'm trick or treating. I think I'm candy passer outer guy. But Mrs. Doom and the boys will be heading off with the neighbor to go do their stuff, and I will do the candy passing, which is kind of my thing. I put on a skull mask and a hoodie and I pass out candy. I enjoy it. Who do we really go trick-or-treating for anymore? There's less and less houses. People don't have the expendable income. You know, you almost have to take out a second mortgage to pass out candy, you know. Who are we doing this for? Is it for the kids? Is it for us? Who's it for anymore? Is it just a completely commercialized holiday? I just don't know. I wanted to do something special for Halloween, but with my work schedule, I haven't really thought of anything exciting, and I've just been my head's been in my job. So, haven't got to that. Okay, now, we gotta get these sides a little bit kind of dealt with. So we're gonna start down at the bottom here. But if you're watching, Sam, and you want to come play, please call me, because I will gladly come get you, and we'll play every weekend. This weekend we're not playing, but I'd love for you to come back. I know you work a lot and you're tired. I understand completely. I do too. Okay. Let's see. Really think we should get up under here a little better. Doing the entire underside probably would have been smarter before I attached it to the flight stand. But they say hindsight's 20/20. And I didn't think I was really worried about the underside, but now that I'm working on it, I'm like, maybe I should do the underside. All right. So up here around his top part, I'm gonna go back to cardstock. And I'm gonna do some smaller feathers. And with these, I'm going to be real careful not to make a giant mess. And I am going to curl these up a little bit. I wonder if it would be considered a threat if you were just like, you know, I better not even say it. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm still dwelling on something from earlier. I apologize. I don't forget stuff easily. Unless I'm supposed to be remembering, and then I forget it completely. That's just how my brain operates. Let me tell you something. I was in the Army many years ago. I was in Kosovo, and I came back from gate guard, and I had dropped a magazine in the snow. A magazine full of ammunition. And I said, oh crap, I got to go back and get that. I saw myself drop it. I took a few more steps, and it disappeared. I forgot completely about it. Got all the way back. Days later, they did an inventory of our ammunition, and I was missing a magazine full of ammo. And I swear, to this day, I'm not lying, I forgot completely about it till I was out of the Army. And then I was like daydreaming, and I remembered what happened to that damn magazine of ammo. I remember dropping it and saying, I better turn around and get that, and then seeing something and getting distracted. And I mean, I got mad because I thought somebody stole it from me. When they asked me what happened, I swear to God, to this day, I remember it now, but I could not remember it. I blamed people. I was angry. I was like, why would someone do this to me? And years later, like I said, I mean, many years later, the whole exchange just popped into my mind. And I was like, oh my God, it was me. And they covered, you know, I didn't get in trouble. These people covered for me, you know, because they believed me when I told them it wasn't me. Or if they didn't believe me, they were at least loyal enough, you know, in my platoon to take care of me. And it was me. And I'll always feel bad about that. Because I was like, you know, dude, somebody is setting me up. Why would someone want to make me look like this? Why would this happen? I was furious. But yeah, it was my dumbass. I actually wish I had contacted all those people so I could apologize for it, but I'm going to be honest with you, man. All people want to talk about is the war, and I just don't want to talk about the war anymore. I feel like we've talked about the war enough, and I'm just kind of done with it. So, all right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And shoot, I can't think people are coming up and trick-or-treating already, and they're like really early. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Be safe, and we'll come back and we'll work on the rock. I'm not going to have good photos done for the uploads, so I'm probably just going to take some photos of what we have here and post this for the 2 videos to get us started. And then I can come back and try to fix those later. I know I can upload them to my PC and do that. So this is him, and remember, he's supposed to be 16 inches. So to his center of his back. Ta-da. 8. and 8. Can't see that side. There you go. 16 inches. Front to back 6 inches. I did not count his tail. His nose and his tail puts him over 6 inches. So, thank you much. We'll see you next time.